The High School Sports Beat is brought to you by Alfred State College, where within 6 months of graduating, an astonishing 99% are working or furthering their studies. At Alfred State, they stress project-based learning, where students work on real-world problems and learn how to think, not what to think. Visit alfredstate.edu.
Sports. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's how we roll. It's wins and losses, highs and lows. It's effort, respect, and dedication. The High School Sports Beat. Sports. It's who we are.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. We begin our look at Section 5 sports this week with our opening story, brought to you by Sticky Lips Barbecue and Juke Joint. Sticky Lips Barbecue Juke Joint, New York State's largest barbecue restaurant right here in Rochester. See our menu and live music calendar at StickyLipsBBQ.com. Sticky Lips BBQ, Jefferson Road in Henrietta. We begin this week with a signing day announcement at North Star Christian Academy. Miles Brown, the Section 5 all-time leading scorer in basketball, is ready to announce where he will play Division I basketball in the fall. And our Paul Gotham was there.
In the fall of 2019, my brother and I will continue our journey as student athletes at
one of Section 5's most decorated student athletes made it official. On the court where Miles Brown has starred for the past 5 seasons, the North Star Christian Academy guard announced he will continue his academic and athletic career at Ohio University.
Big stress reliever. I was just anxiety like crazy, just anxious to get this and announce my college decision. I'm just happy with my decision now. Oh yeah, it's just a tremendous opportunity just to continue my basketball career with my brother. It's always a dream come true. We dreamed of this moment since the day we were born, just to go to Division I and play basketball with each other, and now is the day.
Brown had Division I offers from Bryant University, Canisius College, Central Arkansas, Fordham, and Niagara. In the end, he chose to follow Jeff Bowles, who originally offered him a scholarship to attend Stony Brook University.
I had a great relationship with the coaching staff, Coach Lamar and Coach Bowles at Ohio University. They were previously recruiting me at Stony Brook, which I previously committed to, and then I decommitted there. And I took my official visit to Ohio, and just being on campus with the guys, it just felt like a family atmosphere. They embraced me as one of their brothers, and I just felt like this was the right choice.
His twin brother, Mike Brown Jr., will join him as a preferred walk-on.
None of this would be possible if it wasn't for the selfless efforts of his brother, Michael Brown Jr.
And I definitely wasn't going without him. So wherever I was going, Michael was definitely going to be right by my side. So it was an easy decision for me. Yeah, we started this journey at just the day we were born, but the first time we started playing basketball, just 6 years old, and we always dreamed about playing basketball in college together. We never knew where it would be. We just prayed about it, thought about it, and Ohio University it was.
Just being able to go to college with my brother and continue my career, it's just a great opportunity, and I know it just comes from the Lord above, and I'm very thankful for it, and I just can't wait to see the great things we'll be able to do and accomplish in college. Me and Miles, we both are talking about a lot of different schools, and because he has schools recruiting him from all over, schools coming in to watch him play, and a lot of those schools, sometimes they showed interest in me as well, and they said, well, if you want to, you can come and be part of the team as well. So Miles, he definitely brought me in and made sure that every coach knew that I was going to be a part of that little deal, and made sure that I was going to be able to go with him. So, yeah, Miles made sure that I was a big part of his decision.
We're very relational here with the coaches and the players, and, they found that in the coach from Ohio. So it just is a perfect place for them, I think, and I think they'll both really flourish, and I'm ecstatic that they can continue to play with each other. It's just so unique, because obviously we're a smaller school, and things like this don't even really happen at a larger school, and it's just a great testament to Mike and Jackie, and just bringing the boys up, and teaching them loyalty and instilling the character in them, and it's just special to have North Star be a part of this experience.
Having both sons continue their careers at the same college was more than Mike Brown Sr. could imagine.
Really, no, other than just thankfulness. I'm just so excited to see all the hard work and efforts and sacrifice, and see all that we put into it come to fruition with this opportunity. This boy's been extended, and so it's been a long time coming. I knew we could get here, and I'm just glad to be here this day to see it all come together. Could I just say this, because I probably should have said this during the speech, but I didn't, because it was really about his day than me. But Michael and Miles have such a strong bond, obviously because they're twins. But let me just say this, and as accomplished as Miles has been in the game of basketball, and he loves his brothers so much that, and no disrespect to any school in the area, but I know for a fact, based on multiple conversations, he'd rather go to MCC and be with his brother than go to Duke and not be with him. So whatever was going to happen, his brother had to be there. And we're just very fortunate that both schools really like both players, and they both have opportunity to continue their playing career together.
Section 5's all-time leading scorer leaves behind a legacy that includes 2,914 career points, good for third in New York State, trailing only Syracuse University commit Joe Girard and NBA veteran Lance Stevenson. Miles Brown is a three-time Section 5 tournament MVP, an all-Greater Rochester performer. He led his team to 2 state Final Four appearances and was a part of 108 wins during his career.
It feels like the last chapter, like it's finally over, although we stopped playing weeks ago. This kind of feels like the culminating moment, and I'm very proud. I feel like I've been around the boys really since they were boys. Now they're young men, and just to see them grow as individuals in the context of the team, it's very special.
Me coming from a small school, everybody doubted this team's capability, and just for us to go out there and prove to everybody wrong and that we can compete on any level is just a tremendous opportunity.
From North Star Christian Academy, this is Paul Gotham with the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.
Come on in, Paul. What's up, Paul?
Coming up next, Paul is back for the Duncan High School Notebook. We'll have that and more when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, returns.
Treat yourself to Dunkin's new Blueberry Crisp, Coca Mocha, and Caramel Craze signature lattes. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates, and it's time now for the High School Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. And as always, we are joined by Paul Gotham from Pick'nSplinters.com. Paul, baseball season, just like the weather, heating up right about now.
And everything the local high school baseball fans want: standings, stats, players of the week, team of the week, game articles, recaps, everything you're going to get there at Pick'nSplinters.com.
Paul, as long as we're talking about stats and whatnot, some crazy individual performances from the mound.
It's been great to watch. We have four pitchers in Monroe County who finished the month of April with an ERA of 0, and they've all thrown at least 14 innings, led by Nick Sears over Irondequoit, 31.2 scoreless innings. Think about that. That goes along with Spencerport's Arialis Laura, Mike Scully over at Canandaigua, and Kyle Egan over at Eastridge. You look at Mike Scully, he threw back-to-back no-hitters. And then the next game, he went out and threw one hit ball for 6 innings, 20 innings, and he gives up 1 hit for the three-time Class A1 sectional champions, and really good performances. That's not even considering Hudson Bachmeyer over at Pittsford Mendon, who is 7-0, and in 3 straight games struck out 10 batters. So some really impressive performances on the mound.
And we had a wild finish from a game between some of the top teams in the area.
The Irondequoit Eagles really sent a message to everyone, knocking off Canandaigua back-to-back games. And a big play in that game comes from Jose Morales. at Irondequoit. He's at second, and to kind of set the scene, the game was moved to MCC. All right, so you got a turf field. It was raining off and on, so you got a slick turf. You got hard-throwing Cooper Krunick on the mound. He's got 2 strikes on a batter. He's trying to expand the strike zone a little bit. Ball gets away, it skips, and it goes to the backstop. And it hits off the backstop and goes to the on-deck circle, past the on-deck circle, the first base side. Morales scores from second on a wild pitch. A lot of times you'll hear coaches talk about doubles out of the box as being, you know, when you hit that ball to the outfield, whether it's a single or it's a fly ball, you want to go up first base with the mentality that if the opportunity presents itself, you want to move into second. Jose Morales was doubles out of the box, coming around third base there, looking for that opportunity. The final score is 2-1, and that's in a one-run game. In a one-run game between 2 teams who are contenders, that's going to be the difference. We need more doubles out of the box because it's great stuff to watch. You know, I'm like anyone. I love a home run, love a walk-off home run. That play is just as exciting as a walk-off home run.
Well, I think it's the mindset too, and that's part of, you know, a winning team is the kids are going to have that mindset. They're going to take that extra base when they get the chance.
And certainly, you know, he comes around that base. And like I said, everything's got to fall into place for him. And everybody, you know, someone's going to look at that and they're going to say, "Oh, it's a lucky play." No, you make your luck, you make your breaks, and that's what you do when you're looking for that opportunity.
All right, Paul, we're lucky to have you every week. All right, we'll be back with more of the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, right after this. Coming up next, the Making the Grade nominee with Kyle O'Gara, and later, a day of celebrating lacrosse in Victor. Well, that story when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. Hit the ground running at alfredstate.edu. I'm Kyle O'Gara. Making the grade this week is Webster Schrader senior Eva Boothby. Eva has run both indoor and outdoor track and field since 7th grade, with the last 4 years being on varsity. Eva's dedication and hard work earned her a sectional title for indoor track and a 2nd place spot in the state qualifiers for relay. In addition to her impressive performance on the track, her performance in the classroom has earned her many honors. With a GPA of 94%, Eva is part of the National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society. Outside of school, Eva works as a youth gymnastics coach. In the fall, Eva will be attending Binghamton University to run Division I track and major in environmental science. This week, Eva Boothby is making the grade. If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them into info@classywolf.com. And now here's Dave with the McArdle Section 5 Spotlight.
Thanks, Kyle. Here are some of the athletes, teams, and coaches making news in this week's Section 5 Spotlight, brought to you by McArdle's at Fairport. Come home to McArdle's. Julius Tebow of Newark pitched a no-hitter to lead the Reds to a 1-0 victory over Lions to win the Canal Cup tournament. Tebow, a sophomore southpaw, racked up 13 strikeouts in the game. Churchville Chi-Li's Ben Davis became the first Saint in school history to win 100 matches on the tennis court. Ben is undefeated this year, and so are the Saints at 8-0. And finally, Pittsford Mendon's Sam Lawler won the 2019 Glavin 3,200-meter race at the Hilton Cadet Classic. Sam, a junior, is the first Viking to win the Glavin. Nick Anders from Brockport finished 3rd while setting a Blue Devils school record. Well, coming up next, it's a Lacrosse Fest in Victor, rain or shine. Well, that story in the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
And now to Eichel. He floated one. Score!
Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us for the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. This segment is brought to you by the Injury Free Coalition and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt in the front and back seats, and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Injury Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. The building blocks of a good lacrosse program begin with youth sports, and in Victor they celebrate that community with Lacrosse Fest every year. The weather may not have cooperated, but that didn't darken the day for the Blue Devils. The recent success of the Victor lacrosse program is pretty impressive. The girls won 3 straight sectional titles from 2014 to 16. The boys, they've done even better, claiming the last 5 crowns. But just like a good house, the program is only as strong as its foundation. And in this case, the foundation is the youth programs in town. The Blue Devils realize their future success is dependent on grooming the young players so they know what to expect and what is expected of them. If there's one thing that shows just how important that is, it's Lacrosse Fest, a day-long event that starts with the Victor modified teams and builds up to varsity finales. While these games are being played, the fields around them are filled with the youngest boys and girls showing off their stuff. Well, usually. This year, the swamp-like conditions on the fields surrounding them meant no youth participants, but it didn't put a damper on the day.
We're really excited to get all of our teams together, from boys and girls youth all the way up to varsity, modified JV. It's just a great way to get us all together and celebrate this great game of lacrosse. We're excited.
When you have teams playing from, these kids have been here as a kindergarten, all right? So we have guys on this team who have been playing 8 years of lacrosse already, 8 and 9 years already, and all the way through. So they've always come to the games, they've always supported each other, and it's a great event. If they were here right now, you would see all those fields covered right now. We have about 5 different teams at the youth level at K through 2, another 5 at 3-4, and then we have the 5-6 group. On top of that, all the way up to varsity, and then you double that because all the girls play too. And I know I'm on the guys' side, but I mean the girls. It's an incredible event. I know quite a few coaches from other districts, other areas, communities. They come here and they're just amazed when you can't find a parking space on a typical day.
Having the younger players come to the high school campus and use the facilities is just a way of life here. By the time they are taking the field for the Blue Devils, they already feel that home field advantage.
All of our youth programs are our feeders, and this campus is the home base for all of our youth programs. So we're advocating for those young kids to be here on campus and to see our varsity athletes during their practices as well. So it's essential, to have all those the youth programs here on campus, to hear from me and from our varsity coaches and our varsity athletes.
It's not just the kids on the field that make this event so special. Its reach is much greater, impacting much of the community as a whole.
We really see lacrosse as a community event here, Dave, and we wanted to get, both the boys and the girls side of things, but we also want to welcome our youth kids into the program. And we think by having us one day to celebrate lacrosse, to come out, watch each other, cheer each other on, is just a great way for us as a community to really help grow the game.
When you ask for a volunteer here, you have to turn people away. You really do. It's amazing because people are invested in their children, and not just their children, but the whole community and the whole team as they go up and through. So it's really a great thing to see, and we're really proud of that.
Winning in Victor is nothing new, but Weimer is. He comes in as athletic director, realizing what a successful department he is at the helm of, and that it's the people around him who make it that way.
I look forward to the challenge. The coaching staff are all stars, I'll tell you that. There is it's as if I'm walking into a college atmosphere, to be honest with you. So my role when I came in was to keep this bus keep going down the road, make sure everybody's in the right seat, and we made a big push this year on our mental health awareness, academic abilities, and making sure that strength and conditioning's in line as well.
The day wrapped up just like the Devils hoped it would. The boys knocked off Fayetteville Manlius, and the girls came out on top against Webster Schrader.
You are going to lock down that crease, all right? Everybody comes through. They got to get through you. Where are you at? All right, make sure you're talking. Where that ball's going. Keep them over where we got to be. Here we go. We got to eat it. Let's go, man. Let's go, boys. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially Alfred State College, for making the Sports Beat possible. We'd also like to thank the athletes, teams, and coaches in Section 5. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
missing out blue? That's off white. That's got to be off blue. No, pay attention to the lines, right?